Hi guys, this is Dasha Shar, and today, this is take 3. I am starting an inspired podcast, and I'm also attempting to figure out how to do live videos, having somebody else join me from any time and space, just anybody out there, so we're not limited by any time and space. I am attempting to figure out how to let someone else be also a presenter on here so you can see both of our facial expressions as we go live. And this podcast I call actually Inspired Living, because I've been inspired and I'm inspired by people all the time and the kind of life that they live and the kind of tools that they have learned that help them live the best life ever. So I am waiting for my presenter to come in and join, and he should be watching this because I can only edit him when he watches this. Sorry guys if you're trying to watch this, and we're still trying to figure out technical issues here. The invitation has been sent, so there's nothing else I can do on my end. It says sent to you, so you just have to accept the invitation, Michael, and then you're gonna become a presenter. So I'm waiting for you to accept the invite because the screen says that here you are, and approve. Here we go. Are you here? You are being edited. Oh, you're connected.
Hey,
Yay!
we did it, Dasha. We did it.
And this is what I call success.
Hey, trial and error. We're tenacious, aren't we? We're like, you're not quitting.
We are not giving up. I watched the YouTube video to figure out how to do this too. So hi Michael Fox, everybody. We are live with the one and only known Odyssey Music, Michael Fox himself, live. We're not limited by this time-space reality. We're both in different locations, and we're gonna interview and inspire people all around the world. It doesn't matter where they are, how much money they got in their pocket. Inspire them to live out their dreams. So I've been super inspired by Michael Fox and the beautiful, beautiful journey that he's been on. So I'm so excited that you're here.
Thank you. This is fun, Dasha. I've only tried this maybe one or two other times, this sort of live talk, because it takes you right into you're like right here,
Hey, you know what? We don't have to go be in front of a live studio camera. If this is how we get our juices to flow, our creativity to do what it does, then let's do it.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you. This is so exciting. So, Michael, I've been following you for a while. We just did a podcast the other day, and we figured that maybe it would be better to do a live video because there's nothing like a facial expression of people that are both asking the question and people that are pouring their heart out. You can't really get that through the radio. So we're doing it live.
Thank you so much. What's really cool is as you're watching, you can see friends watching, and some of these people I know, so that's really cool. Jill Somerville. Hey, Jill, it's such a community.
Oh, my uncle's here.
Yeah, you start such a community, right, Dasha? It's like, that's the part I love about it. Instead of texting, like you said, or like other options, this is so real, raw and real, it's like, here we are. So
there is no script.
No.
This is reality, baby.
Exactly. Thank you.
So can you hear me? Oh, there you go. Awesome. So let's just dive right into it because people want to listen, right? They're ready. So I'm Dasha Shar, the girl with the Buddha tattoo, author of that book, and also starting this Inspired Living podcast, talks, videos of anybody that found any kind of tools that inspire them to live the best possible life, as well as living their life on purpose with a purpose. Because I see and hear so many times people are like, I don't know what my purpose is and I don't know what to do with myself. And every time I see somebody living out from their heart, I'm like, oh my gosh, like we got to share the message of how we got to where we are, so that maybe somebody out there would resonate with one or two words and be like, wow, that makes sense to me. I could do this, or these are the right words that I needed to hear to get off my butt and go do this now, because time is precious and we have no idea how much more of it we have left. So today is the day. This is why we had to figure it out today. So tell us a little bit about you and how you got to making beautiful music and doing what you love, Michael.
Oh, Dasha. You know, it's as we talked about the other day, I think as I feel music is in all of us, you know, um, and in our voice. That's one quote I really love to tell people is just let your voice soar, whatever it is. If it's playing a keyboard, or I resonate with the native flutes, guitar, harmonicas I love. But it started as a young boy, just with my, you know, just feeling music, and then inspired by Carrie. And um, yeah, it's just, you know when it hits you, it's just like there's really not a lot of words to express it.
How did you find out that music was your purpose, that playing music is what you're meant to do on this earth?
You know, yeah, music definitely is a huge piece of my life, but and right now in music and hospice um, um, has been a part of that as well. And then performing, you know, little performances here in Las Vegas, nothing too grand, but um, we just finished our first album, as we talked about. And yeah, I mean, that's such a tricky question, Doc, because it's so in depth. And
So you shared with me how you discovered music and how you noticed how people actually were transformed. People that you have known for many years
yeah,
were actually transformed
oh,
by the music, and that's what got you into it.
exactly.
Can you shed some light
Yeah,
into that?
basically, when I was a special needs counselor for almost 14 years, and I was working with individuals with special needs. At the time, there was maybe 13 individuals in the room with me, and then all of a sudden, Carrie walks in with her guitar, and you know, I saw the reactions, and the eyes light up, the people were moving, and just the experiencing something I had never seen before. And this is working with individuals with Down syndrome, with all abilities, I like to say. And at that moment, seeing that reaction, and something I'd never seen in over 5 years of working with these fellas and ladies, it just, I mean, it transformed me in a matter of just like that, Dasha. So,
So you were working with people that are elderly, and you were a hospice,
I,
and then you saw this woman that is now your wife, right?
yeah,
Walk into the room, play music for them, and you felt the transformation that took place in that room. So more than seeing, it was a feeling that you were feeling at that moment, and then you were like, wow, like music does change everybody's lives, right?
yeah, the people in the room at that time, they were special needs, developmental disabilities, some would say. And my term is we all have a little special needs. I like to think we're all shows, right? You know,
No, that's true. That's
yeah.
true. That's true.
So basically, yeah, they were special, needs individuals. And, um, you know, in that job, it wasn't really a job, because I never had the first transformations of music, Dasha, of seeing Carrie come in and just with the basic guitar and singing, you know, just, I don't even remember the first song it was, but it might have been just something funky, maybe a Michael Jackson tune or something upbeat, you know.
Mm. And then you felt that transformation, and then what did you do? You said you started picking up different instruments,
Yeah.
and they taught you how to play them.
Yeah, I told Carrie and a few of my other friends, I'm like, I just want a guitar, and I just want to learn one campfire song. I just wanted one song. And then all of a sudden, you know, my mind went crazy, and then I wanted to learn a million songs, and then started writing my own music, which I was already writing poetry. And then, as you know, poetry becomes music if, you know, when you put it
Mm.
to melody. So.
Mm. So you said that you picked up the guitar, and then you like it wasn't that hard for you to learn it, and then you started picking up other instrument, and somebody actually told you let the instrument teach you instead of the other way around?
Yeah, actually, it might have been, well, it wasn't this flute per se, but it was a native flute. And with the gentleman, he told me, just let the flute play you. And it really changed my life because it really made me think, wow, that's so cool. You can connect with the instrument in a way that it's a part of you, as a hand or an arm or a leg. And that's probably why some will say I play it a little bit differently than others. I feel it differently, but oh my gosh, anyone can play any instrument, especially the flute. I teach people in moments, and then I tell them the same thing. Just let it play you, and then all of a sudden they're like playing things I've never heard. Like, oh my god. So.
So would you say that it's just like a spirit basically working through you? It can navigate and show you how to do something if you really feel it in your heart,
Yeah.
that this is what you need to do to feel the way that you feel and bless everybody else with those amazing feelings.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. So ever since that day you walked into your ordinary job, which you were doing, thank you for your services, helping people in need. Um, your life transformed. I mean, you married the woman that brought music into your life, and then you continued with the music to bless everybody else. So you guys are two beautiful instruments coexisting now as one big instrument. Wow. Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
No, it's working in hospice. If you just made me think about that experience and how that's changed my life. It really has transformed me into, really, like you said, every moment could be our last, and really truly honoring the moment like this. Whoa, I think you're beeping.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
We got to learn how to connect all other things while the live video is going on. So, what message would you give anybody watching this, or anyone that's going to watch it later? Maybe some kind of a tool or a way to kind of start on the path to discovering the purpose, because I know that living on purpose makes all time kind of become an illusion, because it all strips away, and it doesn't matter how long you do it. I bet with your music, it's just like all time fades, and you could be in it for 10 hours and it could be like, wow, like it felt like 5 or 10 minutes. So what kind of tools would you recommend to anybody who is seeking to find their purpose, and they're asking the questions, but they just can't figure it out?
Wow, that's a huge question. Firstly, I just want to thank you again for this test video today, which is becoming more than a test video. It's a beautiful moment. But Dasha, thank you for that. We didn't speak of this last time on the podcast, but travel, firstly, of course, having good friends and family around, but travel. India, when I went to yoga teacher training, was one of my biggest revelations as far as letting go of anything, needing anything material. Yeah, it's fun, and I love nice stuff, and I like nice guitars and cars, and I love that stuff, and it's beautiful. But I think for me, sitting in a living room the size of a 8x8 with 6 adults in India, eating food off the ground with them, was one of my biggest inspirations, knowing, wow, living room eating together, and they invited me onto the floor with them, and that was a big shift. So travel is huge. And you don't have to travel always, by flight, car. You can travel through YouTube. You can travel through other friends' experiences. I mean, to put one aspect, that is one aspect that was huge. That was been one of my greatest teachers, is travel. And
but I guess it's different. There's different kinds of travel. What I noticed, like, I used to travel to party, and then when I started traveling for a purpose, like meditation and ashrams in India, just like you, I found more enlightenment, more ideas, like through just being like doing sober travels, traveling purpose to like expand the mind instead of go out and go to all the parties and kind of just be numb the next day. So there's different kinds of travel, I believe, that are.
And also, on the path, like we talked about, with having a strong mother, not having a father around, and being my own sort of guide in this path. I have had some amazing teachers, and one lives in Michigan. Her name is Evie. A friend that's on here right now, Kat, has been a beautiful teacher. Chris Godey. I have so many beautiful teachers that have gifted me such knowledge, but have really turned it into having me look at myself and to remind me truly love me, and that's where it starts. And it's taken me many years, Dasha, to find that place. So many tears, so many crazy experiences where I've had near-death experiences on Kauai when I lived there. And it's been a whirlwind, but thank you so much for asking that question, because it really brings me back to that place, and it will help me to look at that even closer now.
So what I'm hearing now is that it's a personal journey, a journey of self-love and understanding and loving the self that will lead you to the point of understanding that fully, right?
Yeah.
Like really finding that purpose.
Yeah, I love what somebody wrote. Valencia, hey Valencia, astral travel also. That's, yeah, we don't always have to get into a plane or a car. So, and thank you for that reminder.
Yeah, so would you say, I just got like 2 minutes because I am in my real estate office. Would you say that meditation was the key? Because we talked about it previously, and it was, I remember you mentioned that it was meditation that has helped you come back to the self.
Yes, thank you so much again for mentioning that. Yesterday, when I was in my yoga studio, I had a moment. I made 3 different videos about meditation because of our last conversation, and part 1, 2, and 3. And through the number 3rd video was a reminder to really truly live our lives as a constant meditation, not just having to sit, and that's fine too, but living life at wherever you are, in traffic, at work, in the grocery store. Even right now, watching the video, you can close your eyes if you want to. Live life in a constant meditation. If you have to sit down and meditate with the candle, and that's fun too, but take what you're doing in that experience into the real world. Walk your walk, and people, my friends and family would probably agree that I've walked my walk as much as possible. I've had some fallbacks, and I've learned a lot about what Satya and Pono, and so I'm still learning. What did you say? We're students and teachers, and
yeah, always. If we could admit to that, there is a lesson in everything. Yeah, being humble. So I gotta go, actually. This was take 1. For anybody that watched this, please give us input. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We want to make this awesome because he got inspired from our last talk and went and did things. And this is what we can do for one another if we're literally inspiring each other to let the spirit shine through us.
Yeah. One more thing, if anybody wants, our duo band is Known Odyssey Music, and you can go on YouTube and listen to all of our songs for free. If you would like the download card, if you don't have any funds, I'll give you a free download card. I just want the music to be shared. And that piece, Dasha, is what we talked about earlier about finding the heart in that music. And that's sort of what all of my travels came to, is for the sample album that we just created. So aloha.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dasha. And we'll do this again, hopefully, and tune in.
Namaste. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm Dasha, the girl with the Buddha tattoo. Namaste.